Incremental greetings. Welcome to End School Slavery Podcast, episode 8. Today we will discuss about bullying, and especially bullying in the school setting. And with us we have Wasim from Canada. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Hello, yeah, I'm Wasim. I found your guys' group last month, the Super Memo group.
Hmm.
Um, me and William have been trying to start this for like a week or two now, and then we
Yeah.
just kept running into technical or like a time zone issues. So glad to finally meet up with you, man.
Yeah.
We just want education freedom. Education freedom.
And the topic is very juicy, so
It is very juicy, yeah. And then I know when we were talking about it on Discord,
hmm.
we're gonna go over that, and you saved some messages there. But yeah, I just felt like I gave very quick impressions. I'm almost afraid to defend them now. But yeah, no, sorry.
Yeah, because the point is that we were discussing bullying on a Discord server.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
that was public. So
yeah. Got you.
yeah, and we ended going, and here we are discussing.
Yeah, and here
the
we are,
podcast.
and
Yeah.
and it's an interesting topic to talk about.
So
But, go ahead.
first thing I wanna ask you is, what is bullying for you?
What is bullying for me? I I I, I guess if to define it as bullying, it'd have to be something like maybe prolonged. Have to have like certain. It would have to hinder growth, of, of some kind. Maybe like prolonged stress, or like when it sort of consumes your head, or like the person getting bullied. Um, would have to have his thoughts consumed by this social encounter, or trying to defend against this social encounter. I guess to define bullying, you need to define two parties, right? Or maybe, yeah, two parties, right? It could be an individual, it could be a group. But nonetheless, there's I guess the victim, and then the
Yeah,
perpetrator.
exactly. You cannot bully yourself. You need it's a relationship with at least two people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, unless you were trying to be metaphorical or something, but yeah, you can't. I guess you can't bully yourself.
Because if we take, for example, the Wikipedia definition of bullying,
What is the Wikipedia?
yeah, I will say it now. It's bullying is the use of force, coercion, hurtful teasing or threat to abuse aggressively or dominate or intimidate. The behavior is often repeated and habitual, and so on, so on. But here I want to outline one key word, that is coercion. So bullying implies coercion.
Coercion.
Coercion. And that's the key fact in a school setting, the coercion.
Okay. So it has to. Okay.
Hmm.
But okay. You go ahead.
Yeah, because have you experienced bullying?
I have, yeah.
And if that was in the school, at the school?
Well, on the school bus.
Oh, the
So
school
yeah, I
bus.
guess
So on the
on
trip to the
school.
school. Okay.
Yeah. That is, well, you see that it's sometimes it's like the transition points, right? Can't well, the areas where the person where the bully and the person meet, right? Yeah, and I guess I get your point there, where it's like coercion, because just the fact that you guys meet there every spot, you sort of have to go, and then they are also sort of just don't let you leave the social situation, or
Yeah, exactly. So you have to attend class.
you have to attend
Yeah.
class.
You don't decide your classmates.
You don't decide your classmates, and furthermore, you don't want to engage maybe with the bully, but he engages with you.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah. I
And
guess I guess
Yeah.
other stuff, stuff more. I guess I had some stuff in mind was like, um, it, I guess maybe it wasn't. You wouldn't call it bullying. Maybe you'd call it like just flat out. What do you call it? What would you say if someone was like spreading gossip about you or something, or just being deceitful, or
Yeah, that's
yeah,
a form of bullying. Yeah.
that's a form of bullying? Okay. But then where's the coercion there?
Yeah, because it's the use of force, coercion, hurtful teasing, or threat. You don't have to do everything. It's one of those.
Okay.
For instance,
Okay. No, you know
force.
what? Okay, yeah. I guess we shouldn't be so syntactical and.
Yeah. For instance, if I say bully, have you seen The Simpsons? One of the characters is a bully. I don't remember his name.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess.
So it's using his force because it's stronger and the other person is weaker. So it's very easy to abuse by force. The other is coercion, and the other is teasing or threat.
Yeah.
And this can be also in cyberbullying. So it's not has to be limited to face to face. Yeah.
Exactly. And I guess, yeah, that's true. But so I guess for cyberbullying, so it's, you guys said okay, like school because they're forced you to be together. Cyberbullying, no one really forces you online. Well, that was the argument they always gave.
Yeah,
right?
we all get there. So in the school bus, you said you were bullied or you were the bully in the school.
Oh, okay.
bus?
No, I guess this one. I was never. Well, I was the bully like when I was I guess younger, elementary school probably. And I guess that was well, okay. I guess for the school bus, that was more. It was more like physical. The school bus always annoyed me because I was always just like I really can't do anything. I have to go there, and then this person just like puts his hands on me, or like or he's him and his friend, and I remember like that one was like more extreme because it was like couldn't do anything. It was there and it was physical. So like I remember like it would escalate more in my head, and it would consume more of my thoughts and stuff. Right.
But for instance, have you asked your parents to drive you to the school, so you didn't need to take the bus?
Yeah, but I don't think my parents would listen to me, so I don't think I did try at that point. So I guess I would just I would suck it up most of the time, or no, I would try it. What I did first was I would just ignore it, but that kind of didn't work because then it would just get worse. And then I guess I would try to find someone else on the school bus to team up with, but that didn't work much either.
It's like the movies, the yellow bus, like in USA.
Yeah,
Really. Whoa, so the mainstream bus, and okay.
And then the driver is like some foreign person. Doesn't really care much.
And that was one of the questions. So the driver didn't care at all about the bad stuff that was happening.
Well, I guess I don't know. I didn't ask, right? But I guess he didn't. Nothing. I mean, just kind of didn't really pay much attention to it.
And how long was the commute?
How long was the commute? I guess 30 minutes, maybe.
30 minutes.
Maybe 30 minutes, maybe more.
Okay, and that was every day going to school.
Yeah, it was around every day.
So, and that was, what were your thoughts when you were outside of the bus and going to the school?
What were my thoughts? Well, I hated school too at that time, so the whole thing was just misery.
Okay, but you hated the school because of the bullying, or the bullying was on top of that?
Yeah, it was on top of that. That was just like an extra thing. Yeah. I remember one time. I guess the most extreme it got one time was just like I think it was like I basically, I just like in my pocket, came over. I packed like what was it? I had like a rock with me, and I was just like, okay, if he's gonna touch me again, like I'm gonna whack him. I'm glad I never did, but because yeah, that like that, then someone would just. But I think I just started getting like more verbally aggressive, and he just kind of backed off more. Actually, that kind of just what did it. Once like you start once they know they can also be hurt, they sort of just
Yeah. So you were not the easy victim anymore.
yeah exactly, which is unfortunate. But and yeah, I guess this was back in grade 4, grade 3. So a very long time ago.
I see.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
did you experience bullying in any other setting than that at the bus?
Another setting.
Yeah.
So I guess I can switch over to maybe when I did it, or yeah, okay. So I guess when I did play, also around I guess no, maybe grade 4, grade 5 also. And that was I guess this one kid in class just kind of annoyed me. He would like make like very corny jokes very loudly. I guess not socially pleasant. At least that's how I thought it. I was just like, or like he would like get involved when like he wasn't like I don't know. I was just bothered by some things he was doing, and then I guess because of that I would just be like, what would I do? I would yeah, I would just like when he made a bad joke, I'd be like, nobody's laughing or something like that. And then I guess I would just push him more on it. I'd just be like, what the hell are you doing here? I don't know. Because the thing is, this guy was much bigger than me. He was like 2 times my size. I don't know how it was. Yeah, no. Yeah. For some reason, he just he was very very nice also, but that's why I always say it's not really sometimes not a size thing. Sometimes not really. Something could just be verbally dominant. I don't know. What do you think, William?
Yeah, about this guy in particular.
Or yeah, like I guess about like because you said someone has to be strong or weaker, and then
yeah, when you use the force, usually it's because you are stronger. Even in age segregated groups, some kids develop much quicker than others.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got you.
And the other is more psychological, like the one you said, using bad jokes or feeling you badly. You feel uncomfortable. Yeah. So my question is, the bullies in the bus, why? What do you think were the motivation? The point is because they were bored,
for them or me? Oh.
Or what?
Go ahead. Right.
Yeah, I mean, so they were bullying you on the school more or less every day or very often. What was the reason for that? Do you think?
What was the reason? I guess. Well, this guy. Okay. I can't really. So I can't really speak for this person. So for me, it was like I didn't like. I was annoyed by. It didn't like he was making like I don't know, something about him bothered me, and then I just kind of heedlessly did it. And then for him though, I don't really no, I was very I always kept to myself back then, so just kind of picked at random I felt. But I guess maybe to if I'm thinking about it, I would say I guess like I wasn't responsive. Sometimes like he would I don't know. Sometimes he would like try to like he would just try to have fun at the bus or something. I guess I wasn't responding to it. I didn't really care about his stuff. Like sometimes he'd bring these like Playboy magazines or something to the school bus, and he would just like flash them at us. And I guess I wouldn't react. I mean, some people would say like you and stuff. I kind of just said nothing. I don't know. I guess maybe that bothered him.
Yeah. So the indifference was triggering him.
Yeah, I guess the indifference was triggering it. I think that's what it was.
Okay.
'Cause I was just very indifferent.
Yeah.
Um,
He was seeking a reaction,
yeah.
and you were not giving it to him
Yeah, yeah. I wasn't not just him. I wasn't giving it to anyone, but
or to anyone. Okay. And going back a little, that you said that you didn't like a school even without the bullying.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That was just for sure.
What age was that?
Well, like all ages. Like, I mean, well, no. Sometimes it was fun. I guess I'd say from like grade 3 probably up to up to now.
Yeah. No, grade 3. Okay. In Canada, 3. What age is the equivalent?
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I should have said that. I'm 8 years old.
8. Okay. 8 years old.
Yeah.
I guess it's the same. It's the same grade as in USA. USA.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm pretty. It should be. Should be.
Okay. With 8 years, you didn't like a school already. Interesting. That was
Yeah.
perhaps the reason you didn't of your indifference. You were not interested in many
Possibly.
things.
Yeah. No. Not interacting very much. I think at 7 years, grade 2, I was interacting at some point. I think at some point I stopped interacting. Yeah, just kind of withdrawn. Yeah.
Interesting. So you played the victim role.
I played both victim
You
and
played both.
victim.
Okay.
Yeah.
You answered the next question already. So
Yeah.
you were a bully.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess. Yeah. I guess I was at some point. Unfortunately.
At what year, more or less? What age?
More or less. So I was just gonna. For me, it was just like it was four or five, so 9, 10 years old. Actually, no, it was yeah 9, 9, 10, 9, 10.
9, 10.
Yeah, I guess I kind of stopped doing it a little bit, but yeah, those early years was like that was when I did it like very aggressively, or not aggressively, just like again I was like I was like I'm probably the smallest guy you'll meet, so the way I do it is verbally. I can't actually hit people. I would just lose.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I get that.
I have tried. I do lose.
Yeah, you don't have to muscle, right? Also, you first were the victim, and then when you were 8 or 9, you played the bully.
So, yeah, Victor in 9, bully. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I moved schools also. It's fresh start.
Okay.
Yeah, I moved schools a lot actually. In between.
But you
that whole age. Yeah.
you moved the schools because of the bullying or for other reasons?
No. It's purely wherever my parents go, I follow.
Oh, because they were traveling different cities.
Yeah, different. Like sometimes within the same city. I guess they also separated, so it's a move between them kind of thing. Yeah, I mean that could also play a part to the withdrawn, right? Probably did. So it's not always the school's fault, but I don't know. Maybe it is.
Interesting. So you experienced bullying in different schools then?
Let me think. No, it was mostly that. It was mostly that one school with the school bus. I did the bullying in the other school. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
No. Yeah.
So let me just read some notes I have that what we exchanged some time ago. Okay. So do you think that bullying is always in the same gender? Because I'm assuming the school you were was mixed. Boys and girls mixed.
Yeah, no, yeah, mixed. Yeah. See, if it's not, I feel like it's probably mostly the same gender. Yeah, right. I sometimes it crosses, but I think I've seen it once, maybe, but it's a rare thing. I think. No.
So not only your bullying you experience, but witness it as well, were always the same gender, boys to boys and girls to girls.
Boys, well, definitely for me, it's always been boys to boys. Yeah.
Why do you think?
Yeah, go ahead.
Why do you think it's like that?
Why do I think it's like that? Um, so I think it's well, I'm not super sure, but I feel like it has to do with like um inner species competition, right? Like guys compete with guys. If you're gonna compete with another human, it's got to be another guy because if you beat another guy, then you win, right? But if you beat another girl, no one really wins. No one you don't win from your perspective because they don't want the same like things as you, I guess. I don't know.
But what do you win?
Maybe.
What do you
Would you,
win
well,
by
if
by?
you I don't know like mates, I guess, or something. I'm just thinking like evolutionarily or
Yeah.
something. My thinking is always something is if something is true in human behavior, I was trying to think, okay, why was it true in evolution?
Okay.
Evolution.
Because
Right?
yeah,
Why
because
why do you think though? Sorry.
I
Yeah,
wa- yeah, I think so. It also depends on the culture.
culture. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
plus-
my bad. Yeah.
Yeah, because some culture are very male dominant. It's like, oh, you never hit a girl.
Never heard it.
It's so this means that violence is perceived as something neutral, but violence against women or girls is perceived as in a negative way because
But so
yeah,
go ahead.
because you are abusing of something of a moral code in culture.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay, but if so, I guess it's unsaid. It's an unsaid rule. Well, no, it's you actually can't do it. So it's a it's a very explicit rule. But okay. So if you're saying if you left people to their own devices, they would go across the gender boundary.
Yeah, for instance, I also experienced bullying in my school
Okay.
experience, and most of the time was also the same gender.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I think it's
I noticed because I was in a low income neighborhood, so we had lots of immigrations, especially from Morocco,
okay.
which is
West of Morocco.
which is a very male dominant society,
Yeah.
and the bullying was always among boys.
Yeah.
They respected that.
Well,
They don't touch ever the girls. I noticed that even not physically but psychologically, there's no chance of that. And I noticed what with the locals and with the Muslims, you can feel that culture difference. Even with bullying, there's a degree of culture.
Yeah, yeah. So I agree. Okay. So when I went to Saudi, I briefly I lived in Saudi Arabia for like a year, and yeah, I guess it is different, but well, I guess in Saudi I had all boys school, so there was no option, but
Yeah,
they are more like it is like more common, way more common. And it's also a lot more escalated, I'd say.
escalated. You mean more?
Yeah,
There's
like
more tolerance on the bullying.
Yeah, more tolerance, and they go harder at it. Like they're a lot more aggressive with it. At least that's what I've seen.
So you mean that they punch to the face each other, something like that?
Like yeah, like there's frequently there's fights.
Okay.
And they're just like someone maybe in Canada they like let up a little bit, or they'd be like it would take them a while to get to that point, but in Saudi like in 2 days you'll get into a fight with
gotcha. Okay.
yeah, that's what I mean. But I don't know, but the thing is, I feel like because in Canada it was mixed, and I don't know, just didn't happen. I didn't say it happened sometimes. Didn't happen all the time. I don't know. You really think it's like it's a culture thing? Because I feel like it transcends culture. Really.
Yeah, it's more complicated than that. Yeah, there are so many factors, and one other factor is the teacher.
The teacher.
is when the I mean everyone in the class knows there's bullying and who the victims
Yeah,
are,
that's
who
true.
the bullies are. But mostly it's not that spoken. It's kind of another unwritten law, like in prison, right? Even if you know, you don't say a word because it's likely you become a victim of the bully. So then is how you think that school tackles the bullying, especially the teachers.
Especially the teachers. Well, I can tell you in Saudi, it's like not even tackled. Uh, it's yeah, like you would just be a non-issue for them. In Canada, the way they did it, well, for one, they would have these like info sessions, I guess you call them, like like they explain what bullying is and how to spot it, what to do if you're a bystander, and then they come up with these like stereotypical encounters that I have yet to this day seen. Um, um, so and then I guess apart from that, they would tell you to tell someone, or yeah. I guess to them it's just if you're in this state, tell an older person, and then you'll be good. Yeah, and like I guess that's how they do it. Let me think if they did it in other ways. Sometimes if like it was like a more caring adult, they would kind of, like you said, it's an unsaid rule. But sometimes they're not stupid. They do kind of know who it is, and then in that case, they do take a more proactive role.
Okay.
But not all the teachers. So I guess that's how they did it.
Oh, so it's up to the teacher to intervene.
It's up to the teacher to intervene. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But at least all teachers have training, specific training for bullying.
Do they have training? Oh well, they had the info session. So
info session
teachers
is
in
just.
Canada, oh yeah, well it's like a 1 hour PowerPoint, I guess.
Okay.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Okay. 1 hour
and then they'd be
PowerPoint.
up on the projector. Sometimes we tag along.
Okay,
I guess
okay.
maybe they have faculty meetings. I really don't know how they train them here, but I know they do like 2 years teachers college, or 4 years or something. And then they have these like faculty meetings. Something like that.
Okay. So, and why do you think bullying happens at the school?
In school?
Why in almost every country has issues with bullying? Seems international. Seems international.
You're right. It is just the fact that they do bring you together. It's like you're forced to interact. Because ideally, you don't like someone, you walk away, or at least if someone doesn't like you, you can leave. Yeah, you don't have to. And then eventually, dislikable people will just be lonely people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they bring you together, so you're kind of just you dislike someone, or like I don't know, I don't know, or if you want to do something to someone, you know he's gonna come back, or you want to play a practical joke, that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. So you're not free to choose, and you keep meeting the bully every day at the school.
Yeah, every day. Yeah.
And for instance, in my case, in Spain, usually when you progress across the grades, you have always the same teammates.
Always the same team. Yeah, you were telling me about this.
Yeah. So it's what I call the long-term bullies. Is that I have seen my bullies grow with me, and it's kind of
that's so funny because like when you said like this is actually just the worst way to do it. I'm so glad we had different classes.
Yeah. So some classmates have been with me for 10 straight years. I knew them when they were a child. Now they are a teenagers. From 6 to 16.
Yeah, I can see how that'd be. But imagine you had a good cohort, then it would be like you guys are all like it would be like you'd be all best friends by the time.
It's like a paradox because you despise each other, yet we know very well each other.
Yeah. So
I know what he likes, what he dislikes, what he experienced, and so many different, because we shared so many time together, even if it's not
So then you
quality
had the
time.
bullies then? So go ahead.
Even if it's not quality time, you cannot
Stuff
avoid that. How many hours I spend with them? More than my family. Yeah.
No, sorry, I didn't mean to laugh.
Yeah, no. It's laugh worthy. It's I have spent more time with my bullies than with my family because I was spending I don't know 6 or 8 hours a day at the school, and it doesn't matter what the subject was, maths, Spanish, or whatever. The classmates were always the same.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter in the physical classroom you are at. You always have the same people.
Right.
Yeah. And for me, that's the main issue with bullying. First is the coercion. You are not free to choose. You are forced to go to school against your will, even if you don't like it.
Well, I guess I don't want to put it that extreme because like if I said no, like I don't think they would have dragged me there, right? But you're right. It is sort of like, yeah, you're right. It's coerced. It's coerced.
Yeah. So I guess you can change schools, but it's like a reset.
It's like
And it's just a matter of time that it will happen the same.
Yeah. If there's enough it's enough time for that.
Yeah.
Things settle in.
And in my experience, the teachers did nothing. Because the teacher, that's actually one fact, that's also a rational culture, that that was bullying for teachers as well. So the teachers were afraid of some bullies. And the bullies knew that.
And that's how I think I said that. I think you're right. Definitely. First, I saw that in Saudi, and I also saw it in Canada too. So.
And I felt that that teacher, he cannot even breathe now. He's genuinely scared of that because when you are 16, you can do brute force.
Oh yeah. Once you like after puberty,
Yeah, you hit puberty, then it becomes a different thing, and also with students that sometimes they send some student to the hospital because the harm was more heavy. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, but that's like criminal. I didn't even know it was that bad.
Yeah, I was actually attended in the emergency room for one injury in the eye at the school.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I feel like you wouldn't that did that like I feel like you'd go to like juvie or something after that. No.
Juvie, you said?
Yeah, like kid prison, I guess.
I don't know. It has to be more serious, like a weapon,
that
a
is
knife,
serious, I feel like.
something like that. But if it's done with your hand, and you are a teenager, usually it doesn't happen anything. Keep in mind also the culture, and also the
you're right.
the neighborhood.
Yeah. The neighborhood.
It was more or less like a ghetto.
Yeah.
Low income, lots of immigration. Nobody
What
cared.
about like expulsion, something like that? Doesn't happen?
Yeah, say that again, please.
Like expulsion or suspension?
Yeah, that was very common.
Okay.
We-
that was common.
Yeah, which was kind of, and it's another paradox. Is okay, so I don't want to be here, right, at this classroom.
Yeah.
Is if I hit or I do something it's not legal, quote quote, they expel me for several weeks. That's what they wanted. So they were rewarded for in their perspective. It's a reward.
I never saw it like in that. That's kind of.
Yeah, it's I'm 2 weeks free of school. For them, it was a reward, and then.
Oh, you know what? No, yeah. That's actually. That's true. I do remember like just any days I could get off, that would be like the best days.
Yeah, theoretically, it's a punishment, but for them, it's a reward because you are 2 weeks. And then what happens is that the punishment was promulgating the bullying. Is okay, perhaps this bully won't do anything, but he has a motivation of doing something, so he can get 2 weeks off.
Right.
Of penalty, quote unquote. So you're promoting the bully.
Yeah.
Do you want 2 week vacation? Please bully that person.
Oh yeah.
That's all you need.
No, yeah. No, you're absolutely right. You know,
Yeah.
one time, just
Now
no, no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I laugh and everything, but it's depressing. It's very
Yeah.
depressing. Yeah. And also going back to the teacher, is that the teacher knew who the bully was, but because himself was scared of the bully, he did nothing, absolutely nothing. So they let all the bullying happen, even if in plain sight.
Okay, yeah, I mean, that bullies we getting real bold there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because I saw in other settings that when the teacher comes, they stop, right? Oh, now it's the teacher. It's like I have to behave like a normal kid. It's no, it doesn't matter. If the teacher come, whatever, I keep smacking the face of this kid. It doesn't matter.
Okay, you said you're from Spain, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you guys got another thing going.
Yeah,
That's
but
crazy.
please do not generalize of all the country.
No, I know,
Yeah.
I don't. It's not a. Wow, no, it sounds like a lot like for me Saudi, which was like that. But
Yeah, keep in mind that later on, at the later years, half of the class were Muslims.
Right.
Yeah. So actually, my best friend then was a Muslim.
Right. Okay. No, I mean, I feel like in Saudi it was like that.
And
as
that's
well. But
actually,
no.
and that actually was not the purpose of that, but that prevented a lot of bullying because because he was a friend of mine. He considered my best friend as well. So it was like a guard. So the others didn't start bullying me because that will imply bullying his best friend.
Yeah, well, that's the thing when you got that's a big part of forming group. That's one thing in Saudi I didn't really care before we kind of in Saudi. I was just okay. Now I need like a group because this is crazy.
That's why when I say that they do respect that in their culture.
Yeah,
They don't touch you not because you are who you are. It's because the relationship of his friend.
Yeah, exactly.
And they respect that.
Then yeah. It's mutually assured destruction, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So if any point you are no longer friends, then you have one new problem.
Yeah. No, exactly. Oh, you know what? And what the thing is, some of them are just like they're willing to go so far, and then you're just like, okay, this is not even worth engaging in, but it's like you have to engage in it.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Is that at some point, you are kind of forced to be a bully just to prevent being bullied.
Yeah. I guess I see you. But I mean, yeah, it's true.
And that's actually what I ended up doing. So I was also the victim because I was developing very slowly. So I was the weakest link always.
Weakest link.
Yeah.
So I hear you there, man.
Yeah. So
You're a small guy like me, but
punching me was extremely easy, right? So I started doing bully, but in another form. So instead of using the force, I used the psychology. The verbal, like
yeah, verbal.
The verbal. Yeah. But what happens is that you can train bullying. You get better at bullying. It's some sort of a skill. And it's not something I have to be proud of, but this is an example that I really got proficient in verbal bullying, put that in words, that I had to stop. Because I reached that point that that was my actual goal, to make suffer. They will suffer psychologically with my words. That, okay, I can do some comment and they will start crying because they are kids or something. But when we grew up, because we spent years and years together in the same classroom, we ended up that's pretty serious. That one person intended, you know, that was the we could call that. Oh, we are getting too far now.
Yeah.
And I think,
that's true.
yeah, and I think one of the reasons, even prerequisites, is the long-term bullying. You cannot get at that point that quickly. This is across the years. It's across the years that it's building up.
Building up. Yeah, I guess because you guys have the whole cohort.
Yeah.
I guess that was more noticeable for you.
Yeah, and one other point is that when you feel awful because you get bored at the school or you are the victim, one of the reasons to bully is to cope with that pain. For instance, if I wasn't a victim, I will not pursue another victim to evade my pain. I don't know if I make my point.
So, say that again. Sorry.
Yeah. So, for instance,
okay.
I'm in a lot of pain, psychological pain.
Yeah.
And one of the ways to avoid that pain or to cope, make it easier to cope with that pain, is play not the victim, but the other role. To be the bully.
Okay. Right,
so if I bully somebody else, I will feel less worse.
Yeah, because at least it's like it's passed along. I guess. Yeah, I can see that.
And it's like
or this happens to everyone or something.
Yeah, and it's like a domino effect of some sort.
Yeah. No. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And since the school, it's very toxic because you cannot choose your classmates. It's extremely toxic.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, okay, I get your point. I get your point. I think I know what's happening maybe a little more.
Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say like, okay, so I guess as soon as you see that it's doable, and yeah, teacher doesn't care, like it's, you also feel like, okay, now, I guess I'm thinking like also back. I always come with an evolutionary explanation, but it's like, okay, if there's no top dog, then you have to be like the top dog, or like you have to be the one like controlling the situation, being more aggressive, because if you don't, then someone else will, kind of. Maybe okay, no, you know what? I kind of just took it off. I don't know what I'm trying to justify, but okay, yeah, I see. That has also been my case where it's like,
okay,
it happens once, then it happens again, or yeah, it happens more frequently. Yeah. That's why it's hard to kind of stop that cycle. But I know in Canada it's like at some point I didn't see it happen too much. Like elementary school, middle school was like a lot, and then high school was just, maybe I was blind, but it just died off for me. Like I didn't even see it. It was very uncommon.
But also because you did, you said that you were changing schools.
Yeah, I did.
So I think that was also one thing that played a role. It helped.
That probably did. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so another topic that you said is that bullies are frequently underestimated.
Yeah, they're underestimated. Yeah. Well, that goes back to what you were saying.
Yeah, because for instance, because you could say that if you imagine a bully, a bully cannot be one intelligent person, for instance.
Yeah. Well, that's how they show him in the video. He always seems like an idiot.
Yeah, and going back to the Simpsons, the character that is playing the bully, he's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
See, is that a stereotype? And you said that it's not. It's frequently the opposite.
Yeah, I think it is more the opposite. More like it doesn't, like, it usually varies, but more so they are on like the more intelligent side. I think it's just possibly.
Yeah, it's your impression.
Yeah.
And why you think like that?
Well, for one thing, it's people think it's a physical thing sometimes, and it is up to a degree. But even the physical things are they are like they have to do with certain dynamics. Like for example, they like sometimes like when people when two people are engaging in an encounter, like they might insult each other, right? But someone that comes up with like better insults, or they're more quick-witted, right? They might dominate it, right? And that has to do with like, and that's why I say it's a part. It's not the only part, because sometimes because you also have to be very like impulsive maybe, to be good at that sort of thing. But at the same, you also have to be kind of intelligent, right? It helps. And so when they are, then they can be more dominant. They have more option to be. Or also they know when people are looking, when they're not. They know what words to say. They could also be doing well in school. Yeah, sorry. I guess. What do you think about all that? I said kind of a bit.
Yeah. For instance, you could say an insult, moron, stupid, or whatever.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have any effect because it's too
Doesn't
broad.
have any effect. It's too broad, not that clever, and no one really. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and you need your intellect to make it personal.
Yeah, you need to make it personal. Exactly, you're right. You're absolutely right.
So this requires a skill also. It's not.
It does require a skill.
Yeah.
You're right.
Which was actually my case. My kind of bullying was in that direction. I was using my intellect to make harm.
Yeah. Well, even the other way around for me as well. Yeah. And then that's sort of where the training comes in. That's sort of what I meant by that. It's like, yeah, because they do have those videos, very stereotypical, very obvious, or like the ones they showed us, at least, even Canada. But that's never, in my experience, that's never how it looks like. It's usually in plain sight, sometimes with language. Sometimes you can use words that seem neutral, but they're not neutral to the person.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they're neutral to the teacher.
Yeah.
But teacher has no idea. Like, in Saudi, they were kind of like stupid. But sometimes they think like a situation, they're like people, they're best buds. The bully and the guy getting bullied, like they're best friends.
They bully their
like,
best friends.
Huh?
You're saying that they bully they.
Oh, like sometimes the teacher would say you guys are like best friends. I don't know how you got into a fight.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay.
What, are you crazy? That's how like, you know what I mean? They're like just so stupid. Sometimes, not all the time. And that's because of that thing. It's like sometimes it's just plain language. It's in plain sight. That's why I'm saying they're clever, right? Sometimes they're clever.
Yeah, they are clever because they kind of mitigate the bullying from the teacher.
Yeah, and it's very easy to do so. It's not, I mean, not super, but like, see, it depends on the teacher. That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
That's why I say.
Now going back, I'm curious because in my school, I personally was never accused of bully from any teacher. They knew I was bullied. That was very obvious because it was physical. But I wonder if they realized in very short periods I was a bully. Because I was bullied with words. Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
man.
Yeah, right?
There's only one way to know that. Is to ask these people. Yeah.
It's to ask these people,
Yeah. I have no contact.
I thought you guys were best friends.
Yeah, I have no contact with anyone in that school. No one.
No, me. Well, yeah. You have to go back, and then they'll be like, "But you're still thinking about school, man?" It's.
And when Facebook was a thing, that I was in college. I think I was almost 22. It's okay. Wow. Let me search because I remember their names. Let me search them, what they're doing or
Let's
whatever.
see what they're doing now. Yeah. We did that.
And I was curious. Let me send a friend request. And they always block me. But hey, that means they remember me.
They remember. That's crazy.
Yeah, I sent a friend request to one of my bullies, long-term bullies. Hello, I'm here alive.
You didn't kill me, yeah. What do you say? What do you say?
No, I get no reply, no response. Just one plain block, and that's it. But the
Mm,
interpretation of that block is that they do remember me.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. How you? They do remember you.
Yeah, because the thing is that all my bullying experience, there was no internet because that was in the 90s.
I was in the 90s. No, wow. Okay, you're yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
older
yeah,
than
your
you.
time is
Yeah.
different than mine. Yeah, yeah. But,
So that was different because
yeah, definitely different, whole different dynamic, right?
yeah, because there's no phone, no social networks.
No, no, no,
Hmm.
not work. Um, kind of good and bad though, I'd say, right? At least you got to go home and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's more limited because the bullying is only when you are at the school.
Yeah,
Because now you can do it 24/7 with the cyberbullying.
yeah, and it can even get like way hard, like way more extreme. Yeah,
Extreme and unnoticed from the school or the teachers.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's yeah,
Hmm.
exactly. Right. Then teacher doesn't even notice. Good point. Good point.
Ah, that's the key. That's the key point you said. Is that develop peer language.
Oh, pure language.
Yeah, I like this expression. Is when is perhaps the word or the expression already exists, but
Yeah, I don't know
the
what it's called.
classroom
I know.
use it in such a way that is derogatory.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, exactly,
Yeah,
exactly, yeah, exactly.
this comes and I did this so much. I abuse of that and was extremely effective. I must say.
It's so easy. Yeah, it's so effective. Yeah, I mean,
And they
that's what I'm
go,
saying. Like, yeah, go
yeah,
ahead.
and they go in their heads. But I feel bad for doing that. But it was self-defense. It's you're bullying me,
Okay.
and you have been bullying me thousands of times or hundreds of times. So
Yeah,
I'm still weak. So I will get back. I will fight back, but in a different manner. And one of some kids were to the psychologist. Yeah, so I did real harm there.
oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they also did real harm to me
Like, wow,
physically.
psychologist. That's,
Yeah, that
yeah,
one
yeah, okay, yeah,
happened.
so, yeah, yeah. I guess that's the term, getting in someone's head, right?
Yeah, exactly. And you
Mm.
know where button to push.
Yeah,
You
yeah. It's
all you
important.
need is just the will to do it. It's
Yeah,
when they
yeah.
get physical, and that happens. They get physical, and when I am into the how it's called at the ground or whatever, I do attack verbally, and they started crying, and they stopped and
Oh.
started crying. Was that painful for them?
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. It's unfortunately it got that way. To me, I feel like that says that they didn't want to. Like, if someone is really gonna hurt you bad, they it wouldn't be that like emotional. They would actually just like go harder. But I'm glad that they kind of just they cry. So it was just like clearly you guys were both like upsetting each other. It seems.
Yeah, in different ways. Yeah, because
Yeah.
then I realized way after that, I realized okay, now I get why they were pulling me. It's
Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
weren't feeling bad because they were like prisoners. They don't want to belong there, but they are
Yeah.
forced.
Exactly. They didn't have bad intent. I
Yeah,
think. Yeah.
because the guys is they were pursuing that 2 weeks expulsion. So they were really looking for ways to not be there.
Mm.
And one of the things is that okay, let me just express my anger, my frustration. You see a weak link, okay, you're the victim. It's nothing personal. In reality, it's at least a step. It's nothing personal.
Mm.
It's just I need somebody to hit. That's it.
It's so much to hit.
Yeah. It just
Oh my
happened that
God.
there are
And
only
all.
25, 30 students in the classroom, and you have to take out the girls. So you have to choose between
You have
12,
to take-
and in the 12, you will have some friends already. So you have to choose among very few people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, no, yeah. Good
And
point.
the nicknames. One of the things also was doing nicknames,
Nickname. Oh yeah, yeah, no. Of course.
and also received lots of nicknames.
Yeah, yeah, no. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Sometimes it can be, yeah, yeah, true, true. Nicknames usually, and I don't know. It could also be charming. Can be like a good thing. That means like they kind of like you, so they gave you a nickname.
Hmm.
But it really depends on the intent there.
Exactly.
Um, but yeah, I don't care. It was just like if you used any nickname, it would come off wrong. So there was just no nicknames at all. But
Hmm.
I don't necessarily agree with that. Like it depends really on how it's being used. But it's hard to know, right?
Hmm.
Right? Okay.
Okay.
Go. We can do the last topic. Sorry, if you unless you want to comment.
Vicious. The cycling. I'm afraid of geek police more than public facing ones.
Yeah, yeah. That was just sort of, at least that way because oh that was I guess you said so. This is interesting. So you weren't you weren't raised in the internet age, right? So I guess maybe you don't know too much about. Um, but like so I think I mentioned in the chat so that I knew this one kid that he would have like a fake Facebook profile, and you just go on Google Images and you pick out any person. Um, well, actually, no, I shouldn't say, but yeah, he picked out like this like innocent looking black dude for his profile picture,
Hmm.
and then I'm not gonna say the name, but and then he just started like adding people around the school, and the thing is with online you could actually take a picture of anyone, you could look like you're anything,
Hmm.
so um, I don't know if you could still do that. I don't know how Facebook deals with it, but then he adds everyone in the school, and then also once you add a few, you get like mutual friends,
Yeah.
and then you add the next one. They see you got four mutual friends, and then they trust it. They add them too, and but this person doesn't exist in real life.
But
I don't know how to. Yeah, go ahead.
but he used the account for being anonymous and do harm, or what was the purpose of?
See, I never I asked him questions. I just kind of saw it, but I figure okay, I, I could see how that could be easily bad. Like you could just I know one thing that I've heard. I haven't seen it, but like other people can do, like they pretend to be like hot girls or something.
Oh, okay,
And then
gotcha.
it's like it's just your friend. So
Yeah, to
yeah,
catfish.
yeah, they
Yeah.
can't. And then,
Yeah.
but and then they basically they humiliate you, and then you show everyone.
Oh,
Uh,
okay, okay.
yeah, and then that's when it gets like that's why I said like online it's like can be way more extreme.
Yeah,
Um,
because of the
yeah,
exposure.
the exposure,
Hmm.
yeah, just the fact the exposure and just the anonymity or
Hmm.
anonymousness. Yeah,
Yeah, it could be used as a tool for doing
yeah.
harm. Yeah.
But then when the public, it's like at least everyone knows it's this guy,
Hmm.
right? Right.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to add something I didn't ask about
No,
bullying?
no, no. I'm glad we finished on there. I guess that's
Okay.
we didn't.
Do you want to say something to the listeners that
Oh, I don't
maybe
know.
experience bullying
Bullying
now?
advice.
Yeah. Some.
I'm gonna try. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Should I? Oh man. Oh, you know what? Get help, but not necessarily teachers or adults. Just find someone. Um, ask. Yeah, I don't know. That's all I can say. If you know, what do you think?
That's a hard advice. My best
Hard.
advice would be get out of the school.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? If you can, just get out of the school. Get out of
Yeah.
the
If
situation.
you can, please go drop the school, no matter what age you are.
Well, end school slavery. I guess
Yeah, and school slavery.
that's what you wanted to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'll say with you. Yeah, man. Just
Yeah.
you just leave. Get out of there.
Yeah.
Leave school. Drop out
Okay.
of school. Kid.
So we'll wrap up the episode here.
No, thank you, William.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Great.
And feel free to comment if you're seeing that or listening to us in the podcast. And see you next time.
Yeah, see you next time, man.
We just won't.